The one that is hungry sees the other that is thirsty as having eaten. Welcome to Psalm 241 of chapter 2 of the Holy Quran, and it's under section 31. Let's go, or let's continue from the last episode. وَلِلْمُتَعَلِّقَاتِ مَتَاعًا بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَلِلْمُتَّلَّ وَلِلْمُتَلَّقَاتِ مَتَاعٌ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. For diverse women, diverse women. For diverse women is a suitable gift. Mata'un bil ma'ruf. Mata'un here is interpreted as gift. Ma'ruf, suitable. We've done ma'ruf a number of times. Suitable, reasonable, equitable. They all mean ma'ruf, and so on and so forth. Hakan alal muttaqina. This is a duty on the righteous. In fact, I should have done the two together. Walil mutallakati mata'an bil ma'ruf. Hakan alal muttaqin. For diverse women, it's a suitable gift. This is a duty. Hakan. This is a duty on the righteous. Lil muttaqina. No note on that. Let's go to the next sign, 242. فذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تعقلون. كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تعقلون. Thus doeth God make clear his signs, ayatihi, to you, lakum, in order that la'allakum, you may understand, ta'kilun. In other words, you may understand, pardon me. No note to read either. We go straight to section 32, which begins with sign 243. Alam tara ila allazina haraju min diyarihim وهم الألوف حذر الموت. It's a question. Didst thou, is God talking to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam through the angel Gabriel. Didst thou not turn thy vision to those who abandon their homes? Allazina Haraju min diyarihim, who abandoned their homes, though they were thousands in number. Wahum al-ulufun, though they were thousands in number. In number is in brackets. Though ulufun, the number is not there in Arabic. It's supposed to be like that. So when we say al-ulufun, in number. So the in number is in brackets. Though there were thousands in number, hazar al-mauti, for fear of death, hazar al-mauti, for fear of death, fakala lahum Allahu, mutu, and God said to him, God said to them, fakala lahum Allahu, mutu, God said to them, die. And die is in double inverted commas. Then semicolon. Mutu, Thumma ahyahum, thumma ahyahum. God said to them, die. Then he restored them to life. Then he restored them to life. How many words in Arabic? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in sorry, in English. How many words in English? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In Arabic, it is thumma ayahum. It's like it sounds like two words, but about three. Thumma ayahum. Then he restored them to life. Then he restored them to life. Sorry. Inna Allah, Inna Allah, zu fadlin ala nas. Inna Allah, zu fadlin ala nas. For God is full of bounty to mankind. Inna Allah zu fadlin ala nas. God is full of bounty on mankind. ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون. ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون. But most of them are ungrateful. Most of them means most men. ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون. Most of them are ungrateful. God often talks about the ingratitude of men. Of course, we are never grateful for what he does for us, or we seem not to. We take everything for granted. If as I sit here and you, the viewers, science has told us that we take in oxygen. God never takes away the oxygen supply. No. That's part of his bounty. But we don't understand and we are not grateful. Just ordinary, well, let me call it ordinary oxygen. Ordinary to God, but shouldn't be ordinary to us. God complains about our being ungrateful for his bounties. There is a note to restoring back to life. God took their life and then restored them back to life. Maybe to teach them a lesson that they shouldn't run from their homes. Wherever they are, God will get them there. Or, pardon me, wherever they are, death will get them there. It's there somewhere in the Quran. So 274, bringing back to life. 274. We now return to the subject of jihad, which we left at 214 to 216 of this very chapter. We are to be under no illusion about it. If we are not prepared to fight for our faith with our lives and all our resources, both our lives and our resources will be wiped out by our enemies. So it's like the present day army. You kill. If you don't kill, you'll be killed. And I've said it before. When soldiers are going to war, they pray. Don't think that they don't pray. They pray to be able to kill and not to be killed. You ask, what a prayer? Well, it's there. One gets up and walks confidently, but secretly he prays that as he goes, he's able to kill and come back to his wife and children, his family, and the other person can go to hell. Okay. We stopped at enemies, will be wiped out by our enemies. Both our lives will be wiped out by our enemies. Full stop. As to life, God gave it. As to life, God gave it. And a coward is not likely to see it, and a coward is not likely to see it, full stop, pardon me. It's happened again and again in history that men who tamely submitted to be driven from their homes, although they were more numerous than their enemies, had a sentence of death pronounced on them for their cowardice. It's happening today. eh? A small nation as Israel, like Israel, eh, expelling all Palestinians from their bona fide homeland. And they say, no, we won't move. You bring tanks, aircrafts to kill them, they move away. But they say, no, the home is still ours. We will return. We shall return to our own homes. So this, it's something like that. This represents that kind of action that is happening today. Though they were more numerous than their enemies, full stop, had the sentence of death pronounced on them for their cowardice, and they deserved it. So for such people who left their homes through because they were cowards, God finished them, but brought them back to life. But they deserved it. But God gives further and further chances in His mercy. Full stop. This is a lesson to every generation. Full stop. The commentators differ as to the exact episode referred to, but the wording is perfectly general, and so is the lesson to be learned from it. So the scholars cannot tell on what occasion this verse was sent down. Okay, and that's 274 to sign 243. Let's go to sign 244. فقاتلوا في سبيل الله وأعلموا أن الله سميع عليم. Then fight in the cause of God في سبيل الله, and know that God heareth and knoweth all things. وَأَعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. Know that God knoweth, heareth, and knoweth all things. So you will see that always it is hearing before seeing for God. Asma'u wa ara. He told Moses, don't be afraid of Moses. Go, you and your brother Aaron. Asma'u wa ara. I, God, I hear and I see. I know that God here, I know as often we've done that 244. Let's see if we can go to 245. من ذا الذي يورد الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له أضعافا كثيرة فيضاعفه له أضعافا كثيرة. Who is it that will loan to God a beautiful loan? Hasanan. Kardan is loan. Hasanan is beautiful. Who is this? Manzalazi. Who is he? Manzalazi. Faida ifu lahu ad afan kathiran. Pardon me. God will double unto his credit and multiply many times. Mm, He will add, God will double his credit. Mm, uh, at our fun, kathiratin, and multiply it many times. Mm. So it begins with a question. Uh, then it asks, Wallahu yukbidu Wallahu yukbidu wa yubsitu wa ilayhi turja'un. It is God that giveth you. You is in brackets. Without the brackets, it reads, it is God that giveth want or plenty. Mm. Wallahu yukbidu wa yubsitu wa ilayhi turja'un. It is God that giveth yukbidu, that giveth want or plenty. Mhm. Yukbidu, want or plenty. Yukbidu wa yubsitu. Mm. It is God who giveth. Allah yukbidu wa yubsitu wa ilayhi turja'un. It is God who giveth want or plenty, and to him shall be the return, and to him shall be the return. Wa ilayhi turja'un. uh, there is a note there. I think we left no, 274. Did we read 274? 274, 275. We didn't do that. We did 275. Let's see the last part of it. But the wording is perfect. Well, we did it. The wording is perfectly general, and so is the lesson to be learned from it. Mhm. We go to 275. Then fight in the cause of God, and know that God heareth and knoweth all things. Mm. For God's cause, we must fight. That's 275 to sign 244. I missed it. 275 to sign 244. I had missed it. 275. For God's cause, CAUSA, cause. For God's cause, we must fight, but never to satisfy our own selfish passions or greed. For the warning is repeated, God heareth and knoweth all things. Allah Sami'un, uh, Basirun, Alimun, Sami'un, Alimun. God heareth and knoweth all things. Semicolon. And that is in inverted commas. God heareth and knoweth all things is in double inverted commas. Then colon. All these words, motives, are perfectly open before Him, before God. However, we might before God, however, we might conceal them from men or even from ourselves. You can't conceal anything from God. You can only conceal something from other men, and even from ourselves. C216, sign 216, and note 236. We've gone past it. Viewers may go back. Uh, so now we go to the note to sign 245, talking about giving a loan to God. So how do you give a loan to God? Everything belongs to Him already, but you hold fast to it as if it's yours. So that's what God will say. Give him your loan. Huh? Like a child is given biscuits by the mother. The mother gives him gives the child the biscuit, but ask him for a little bit of it. You say, no, you do this. I won't give you. Come back. Hmm? Okay. That's the, let's go to the note rather, 276. A beautiful loan. A beautiful loan. Spending in the cause of God is called metaphorically a beautiful loan. In inverted commas, double inverted commas. It's excellent in many ways. We won. Yes, in many ways we won. It shows a beautiful spirit of self-denial. Two, in other loans, there may be a doubt as to the safety of your capital or any return thereon. Semicolon. Here you give the loan. Yes, I haven't missed a line. I paused because I thought I missed a line. Uh, here you give the Lord. Here you give to the Lord. Here you give to the Lord of all. Here you give to the Lord of all, comma, in whose hands are the keys of want and plenty. Semicolon. Giving you may have manifold want or plenty. Given you may have manifold blessings. Giving you may have manifold blessings, and withholding you may even lose what you have. Oh, I see. When you give, you may have manifold blessings, but mm, when you withhold, you may even lose what you have. Full stop. If we remember that our goal is God, can we turn away from His cause? No, we should fight in His cause. And when He orders us to fight, Katilu, Katilu, fight. Lie. Yes, fight in the cause of God. That's an order. uh, where do we go now? I think sign 246. Yes, we go now to sign 246. Hmm? Alam tara ilal mala ilam tara alal malai min bani Israel min bagda Musa. Hast thou not turned thy vision to the chiefs of the children of Israel? Malai, chiefs, min bani Israel, of the children of Israel. After the time of Moses, min bada Musa, after the time of Moses, the time of is in brackets. Without the brackets, it reads, hast thou not turned thy vision to the chiefs of Israel, to the chiefs of the children of Israel after Moses? Mm. Iskalu lenabiyin lahum. Iskalu lenabiyin lahum. They said to a prophet, is Kalu lenabiyin lahum. They said to a prophet that was among them. That was is in brackets. They said to a prophet that was among them. That was is in brackets. So they said without a bracket is reads. They said to a prophet among them. Iskalu lenabiyun lahum. Ib'ath lana malikan. Ib'ath lana malikan. Appoint for us a king. Appoint for us a king, or you can say, send to us a king. Here, the best of interpretation. Appoint for us a king. Hmm? Ib Atlana Malikan, a king. Ib Atlana Malikan. Appoint for us a king. تقاتل في سبيل الله. تقاتل في سبيل الله. Appoint for us a king, that we may fight in the cause of God. So instead of fighting, they're asking for a king before. Hmm? Okay. ابعث لنا ملكا تقاتل في سبيل الله. قال هل أسيتم إن كتب عليكم القتال sorry القتال قال هل أسيتم إن كتب عليكم القتال. He said, is it not possible if ye were commanded to fight? God said, is it not possible if ye were commanded to fight that you will not fight? Allah tukatilu. Allah tukatilu. I didn't finish the sentence. Let me take it again. Kala hal asaytum in kutiba alaykum alkitaba Allah tukatilu. Allah tukatilu. Or Allah tukatilu. Allah tukatilu. He said, is it not possible, if ye were commanded to fight, that you will not fight? Allah tukatilu, that you may not fight. They said, how could we refuse to fight in the cause of God? Kalu wa ma'lana Allah tukatila fi sabilillah. Ma'lana Allah tukatila fi sabilillah. They said, how could we refuse to fight in the cause of God? Allah tukatila. Allah to refuse to fight in the cause of God. وَقَدْ أَخْرَجْنَا مِنْ دِيَارِنَا وَأَبْنَائِنَا to fight in the cause of God, seeing that we were turned out of our homes and our families. Abna'ina here is interpreted as families. Seeing that we were turned out of our homes and our families. فَلَمَّا كُتِبَ عَلَيْهِمْ الْقِتَالُ تَوَلُّوا إِلَّا قَلِيلًا مِنْهُمْ. But when they were commanded to fight, they turned back, except a small band among them. إِلَّا قَلِيلٌ مِنْهُمْ. So when they were actually commanded to fight, they turned back. Only a few of them stayed put to fight. إِلَّا قَلِيلًا مِنْهُمْ. Wallahu alimun bilzalimin. Wallahu alimun bilzalimin. But God has full knowledge of those who do wrong, of those who refuse to fight. In this case, there is a note to that. I don't know if it's a note to not a note 276. Did we read to note 277? No, we didn't. Okay, 276 is still part of 246. So the notes we have for 246 are 277 against Moses, 278 against a prophet, 279 against possible, is it not possible if you were commanded? Then I think three notes in one. Yes, three in one. So let's go to the note against Moses, the time of Moses, 277. The next generation after Moses and Aaron was ruled by Joshua. Was Joshua, Yehush, what's the name in Arabic? Oh my God. Anyway, Joshua, Yahusha, I believe, who who crossed the Jordan and settled the tribes in Palestine. So it was Joshua who rather took the Israelis across to Palestine because Aaron had died and Moses had also died. His rule lasted for 25 years. His rule lasted for 25 years. Sometimes I overlook these things. His rule lasted for 25 years, after which there was a period of 320 years when the Israelites had a checkered history. They were not united among themselves and suffered many reverses at the hands of the Midianites, Amalekites, and other tribes of Palestine. So the Israelites actually met other tribes in Palestine who were called the Midianites, Amalekites, and the other tribes. They frequently lapsed into idolatry and deserted the worship of the true God. Full stop. From time to time, a leader appeared among them who assumed dictatorial powers, like Netanyahu, who assumed dictatorial powers, full stop, acting under a sort of theocratic, and acting under a sort of theocratic commission from God. He pointed out their backslidings. Let me take it again. Acting under a sort of theocratic commission from God, he pointed out their backslidings, reunited them under his banner, and restored from under his banner and restored from time to time and place to place the power of Israel. That's part of the bounty of God upon the Israelis. Full stop. These dictators are called judges in the English translation of the Old Testament. So the people called judges were actually rulers. These dictators, let me call them, let me go by the word. They were actually dictators or rulers who were dictators. These dictators are called judges in the English translation of the Old Testament, full stop. The last of their line was Samuel. This is history for you. The last of their line was Samuel, who marks the transition towards the line of kings on the one hand and of the later prophets on the other hand. He may be dated approximately about 11th century BC. And that's 277 to sign 246. Let's go to the next note, which is 278, a prophet. This was Samuel. So the prophet says a prophet. This prophet is thought to be Samuel, or is seen to be Samuel. This was Samuel. Full stop. In his time, Israel had suffered from such corruption within from such corruption within and many reverses without. within and without. Full stop. The Philistines had made a great attack and defeated Israel with great slaughter. The Israelites, instead of relying on faith and their own valor or cohesion, brought out their most sacred possession, the Ark of the Covenant, to help them in the fight. Mm. Valor is spelled Valor. To fight, to help them in the fight. Let me see. Yeah, to help them in the fight. Full stop. Mm. But the enemy captured it, carried it away, and returned it for 7 months. And retained it. Sorry, the enemy captured it, took it away, and retained it for 7 months. Full stop. The Israelites forgot that wickedness. The Israelites forgot that wickedness cannot screen itself behind a sacred relic. It cannot screen itself before the ark, before the ark of uh, covenant. It doesn't go with wickedness. Uh, behind a sacred relic, yes. Nor can a sacred relic help the enemies of faith. Mm. The enemy, full stop, the enemy found that the ark brought nothing but misfortune for themselves and were glad to abandon it. Full stop. It apparently remained 20 years in the village. It apparently remained 20 years in the village. Kaya, into brackets, Kaya in italics. Qarya. I suppose that's Arabic word. In the village, as into brackets, Kaya of Yarim, of Yarim. Then Yarim in brackets is Kijath Jarim, into brackets is Kirjath Jarim, is an hyphenated word. Kirjad dash Jarim, in brackets, and then column after that. First Samuel 7. First Samuel 7:2. We are told to refer to First Samuel 7:2. So viewers, you can do that in your later time. I hardly have time to do these things. Okay, First Samuel 7:2. Full stop. Meanwhile, the people pressed Samuel to appoint them a king. Full stop. They thought that a king would cure all their ills, whereas what was wanting was a spirit of union and discipline and a readiness on their part to fight in the cause of God. So we are told that success depends on the spirit of man. They thought that a king would cure all their ills, whereas what was wanting was spirit of union. Spirit is what is required when it comes to fighting. Spirit and unity, and discipline and readiness on their part to fight in the cause of God. We go to note 279 of the same sign, 247. Note 279. And I think after that we will break. Note 279. Pardon me. Is it not possible if you're commanded, okay, no, 279, yeah. Samuel knew as a prophet that the people were fickle and only wanted to cover their own want of union and true spirit by asking for a king. They replied with they replied with spirit in words. They replied with spirit in words. But when it came to action, they failed. I think it's still happening today. They hid themselves in caves and rocks or ran away, and even those who remained followed him, trembling. Huh? Followed him trembling. I think I would have trembled too. May God forgive me. Followed him trembling. Uh, colon. Then we are referred to First Samuel 13, 6 to 7. 13 is XII. We are referred to First Samuel, uh, First Samuel 13, verses 6 to 7. And that is the note 279 to sign 246. We shall pause here and continue in our next episode with sign 247. Please, my niece Adam, forgive me for my trespasses and slowness, and forgive me for being slow. Thank you very much. Ilalakai Baba Uruva. May God be with you all.